My faith has inspired me. I think my faith has been built by contact with some of the poorest and most exploited communities across the world. My work has been greatly in Latin America, but I've also worked for CAFOD in other parts of Southern Africa and in Asia. For me, I guess my faith has been restored and reinvigorated by that contact with how the church has worked in defense of the poor in El Salvador in the midst of the civil war in the early 80s. Shortly after Archbishop Romero had been assassinated, I went along to the diocesan offices where there was a group of women who were the mothers, the sisters, the wives of people who had been arrested, who'd been tortured or who'd been murdered. And those women were there every day with the support of the church to give help to women who were in a similar position to themselves. And they said that even more important than the funding we get from CAFOD is that you can go back to England and you can talk about it. Tell people of the situation that we're living in. And I think that was for me a kind of a real moment of truth. The people in the communities, the poor, that expression of faith and solidarity, the importance of faith for them, the importance of the church to them as being the voice of the voiceless, which makes a preferential option for poor people, has been something which has continued to inspire me. And I think that the contact within CAFOD has made my faith stronger as a result of what I've been involved with in my day-to-day work.
I think it's no coincidence that as a Catholic, I wanted to work for an organisation like CAFOD. Working for CAFOD gives me a very real opportunity to put my faith into action. I'm privileged to work alongside a group of volunteers who very much have that same vision, and we spend our time both here in the office and going into parishes and school communities to raise awareness about the lives of our brothers and sisters in Christ around the world who face poverty and injustice. I get inspired by amazing CAFOD partners overseas. I can think of an inspirational woman, her name is Nete, and she comes from the city of São Paulo. Nete used to live on the streets of São Paulo. She is now working for a CAFOD partner called Apoio. They are working alongside 3 million people on the outskirts of São Paulo who live in shanty towns. They're a visible face of Christ in action. Many readings in the Bible, whether it be the book of James that talks about faith and actions, and what good is it, to just be praying, but you have to put your faith into action, is a very powerful reading to me. And also the Beatitudes, when we talk about blessed are those who speak up for what is right, that is very much an inspiration of why I'm a campaigner and why I speak out for justice or lobby my MP. I remember as a young man going on a demonstration for the release of Nelson Mandela, and one of my neighbours saying to me, "You're wasting your time going on that demonstration. You young people are so naive, you will never make a difference." And then I remember seeing Nelson Mandela a few years ago in Trafalgar Square, a free man, head of South Africa, talking about how we can be a great generation, we can make a difference. And when I go into schools, I remind people that they really can make a difference. And through CAFOD, there are great successes.
My faith plays a vital role in the work that I do every day, as I believe that the work that I do supports the partners we have overseas, working for ending injustice and supporting solidarity to the poorer communities. CAFOD's origins was from the National Board of Catholic Women. It was established in the 1960s, and 50 years on, we are still stronger than ever. And this is a testament to our work, not just locally with our supporters in our diocesan offices, but also with our partners. That to me is an achievement that I can be proud of and turn around and say that I'm part of that. My faith community is actually something that I could appreciate in CAFOD. As every Wednesdays, we have a Wednesday Mass group, and it's quite refreshing in that it's a time for reflection, not just within my team, but it's something that I could share with other people in the organisation. Being able to connect with colleagues in the Wednesday Mass makes me feel like we are in solidarity of one or two aspects in our lives, but equally that's something that we could all connect to. If you have faith, personally, it gives me that strength and that hope to actually do my job better than I did the other day. But also it's just to give me the strength and the courage to overcome my challenges. One of the things that I always tell the donations processing team is that we're all in it together when we've achieved what we're supposed to achieve. One way or the other, we have made a difference in helping people who are less fortunate than us.